Hi, my name is Clark Mercer. I'm the Executive Director at the Council of Governments. We're rolling out a new video series today called Collaboration in Action. And over the course of the next year, we're going to be out in the DMV showing you the great work that's being done to move this region forward. We're going to be highlighting the work that our member governments do, along with partners in the private sector, nonprofit sector, and volunteers to improve the health and well-being of our capital region. So let's get to it. Today we're at the Festival del Rio Anacostia with Ramon Palencia Calvo. Ramon, you wear a number of different hats helping restore the health of the Anacostia River. You're with the Maryland League of Conservation Voters. Tell us a little bit about this festival and how it got started here.
So we started the Festival del Rio 9 years ago, and what we wanted to do is connect the river with the Latino community in our own language, our own culture. The environment is part of our culture through art, through dances, through music. I never thought it would be this big. This is a testament of how beautiful this space has become, with all these people, the community members, learning about the river, participating in activities at Leonardsburg Waterfront Park, doing our best to keep the river beautiful and healthy.
And one of the things when folks ask about the Council of Governments, we work on issues that face our region, and obviously our waterways don't stop the boundary on a map. So the Chesapeake Bay watershed is immense, and what we do in the Anacostia affects the rest of the waterways and the estuaries and vice versa. So it's a way too to talk about interconnected we all are.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just this county or it's not just this community. It is people from all over Maryland, Virginia, DC coming to this space, to the festival. We are all connected, and issues that affect us here go downstream and affect communities downstream. So working together with other communities, it is very important to maintain the health of the ecosystem and the river.
Yeah, we're all in this together, and we all deserve access to clean and safe waterways too. So, yeah, beautiful. Thanks, Ramon.
Thank you.
All right. So you were saying, Fawn, when you started this work, there would be trash throughout this watershed.
Be trash all over the banks. Literally,
Yeah.
If you were just looking straight ahead, looking at here, there would be, extending out 5-10 feet out, would be plastic bottles.
Plastic islands,
floatables,
just, yeah. So when you started this work, did you imagine you'd have, looks like almost half a dozen crew teams launching out of here? They
No.
probably couldn't have launched with the amount of trash that was in the river.
It was very difficult to do all the activity. This is a really special time right now.
Recently, the federal government, National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration, announced a $1 million effort. It went to COG to work with our partners to clean up larger amounts of trash, the big trash, the appliances, the derelict vessels. Tell me a little bit about that grant.
There's a tributary down here called the Lower Beaver Dam Creek tributary, and that's loaded with lots and lots of metal scraps and large debris. Through that grant, through the fundings there, will be to remove this material up onto the bank and haul it off, and other materials that it's a little difficult to see.
And we've got a pretty neat tool that we're going to deploy. We're going to engage the community to help us identify pieces of trash like this, large pieces that folks know are in literally their backyards.
So the app is essentially track your trash debris. And for folks that are out recreating in the water, if they come upon a large debris that they can identify and use the app to photo it, and essentially that'll catalog that particular item. We'll use that to return and evaluate the situation to see if we can remove that debris.
That's a great way to engage the community, because folks that use these waterways all the time know where this stuff is.
Correct.
And it gets them aware of the effect of having this trash on our waterways as well. So it just raises a general level of awareness.
Yep.
But tell me a little bit about the connection there between why it's important to track the biodiversity and its health here and keep this clean in terms of the entire watershed.
Keep this clean will also help the Anacostia. This is a source of all of the water that runs off of the urbanized areas. So we want to be able to clean this water, and then that connects down 2,500 feet to the tidal river, and that'll contribute to cleaning up the tidal river too. So these are the Ghostbusters team. These are the guys that are operating the unit, and they will put out a small amount of electricity to stun the fish. We put them in the bucket, evaluate, collect the information we need from them, and then release the fish unharmed. And we want to gauge the information to see if the fish keep returning based on the conditions of the stream. There's a lot more life than we think in these urban streams, and restoration is worth the effort.
Absolutely. Trey, how are you, man? Good to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Tell me a little bit about what the Anacostia River Keeper does, how long you've been doing it.
So Anacostia River Keeper is a little nonprofit. We're not quite 20 years old. We work to restore and protect the Anacostia River for everybody who lives, works, and plays in the watershed. We advocate for a healthy river for all of its communities. And we do a lot of that by just connecting people to their river. So here in 2024 and looking forward, we have a river that's as close as it has ever been in recent history to being safely swimmable. We have different plastic that we're fighting now.
People say, what's more notable items that you've removed or circumstances that you've come upon that people might not be aware of?
The one that used to shock me and no longer shocks me, but should still be shocking, grocery carts.
Sure.
Not just the bike share bikes and Lime bikes and scooters, we see enough of those, but there's ways to deal with some of those. It's actually unsafe to get a volunteer in there because of all the sharp metal.
What do our elected officials need to know about what still needs to be done to continue to improve the health of the Anacostia?
A lot of our elected officials need to come out on the boat with us. A lot of our elected officials haven't actually spent time on the river. And when they do, you can see it because they become champions for the river. And that's true outside of just this watershed. I would love to offer them a free boat tour and also get to show them the resource that we really want their help in engaging with and in protecting.
Yeah.
As the river gets cleaner, it gets more good attention and more people come to the river. And the festival gets bigger and more people see the river and more people start to take care of the river and the river gets even cleaner again. And we're always going to have a job, but we want the job to be changing and getting better.
Well, we're grateful for what you do and the partnership, and thanks for spending time with us today.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Cheers.
I've got a largemouth bass here. It's the kind of fish you find in our clean Anacostia River. We've done a ton of work through the Council of Governments with our partners. You can learn more on our website to get involved. It takes a village to keep this river, estuary, and the Chesapeake Bay clean, so get involved, and thank you.